What's up, everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 19 of Girl You Know What podcast. I am Danielle.
And I'm Keisha.
And another week of bull. But we got like some lighthearted stuff, kind of sort of lighthearted stuff at the end. You know how we do.
Yeah.
We're going to do our celebrity stuff towards the end. But first, let's start with, first of all, how was your week, sis?
It was good.
Good. It's like, that's it.
It was good for that little girl text me. Did she text me last night? Like, I have two questions.
Uh-oh, not just one.
Oh my God. I was like, what? I mean, just it'd be the most random stuff with her.
Uh-huh.
She was the other day, she sent me a video. Can I do this? Can I make Starbucks in the morning before I go to school? Yeah, whatever. I don't even say no to stuff no more, y'all. I'm just done.
Why?
Or for what reason?
Yeah.
She's gonna milk every dollar I got.
Mhm.
So just forget it. I say yeah.
Yeah, because she knows her time is running out. She's like, I'm about to be grown.
Listen, honey, she thinks the senior year she's about to shine.
Yeah.
She's gonna be at school for 3 hours.
Listen.
She gets out of school at 12. They don't start till 8.
And you know, that's how we were, because it was like
They don't even let them stay for lunch, Danielle.
Oh, see, we were at least allowed to do that and hang around if we wanted to.
You got to get out.
Yeah, child. Because I know I would go to school real quick in I was about to say a jumpsuit, child, in some swishy pants, some wind pants, and some Jordans, and I was good. I was just like, I'm only here half a day. Let's go.
Look, see, our half a day, especially at that time in senior year, we had to work, remember?
Yeah, we had to go to work.
We was in COE.
Yeah.
Honey, and Miss Jenkins was going to make sure we worked them jobs.
Baby, listen.
Bye, I got you a job.
Yes.
Now don't go over there acting crazy with these people.
You going to be making me look bad.
Don't make me look bad now.
I said, Miss Jenkins, I ain't going to make you look bad. I got this.
Then she'll tell Keisha, you and Barnes and Mark got to stop this. Now you got to stop, okay? Y'all just talking. I'm gonna call y'all's moms. But Jenkins, we 18. We don't give a fuck about that.
Exactly. I'm gonna call your grandma. I was like, she don't give a shit.
Jenkins, I'm whole ass grown out here.
Exactly. Girl, remember the time when because remember we used to always go to Shoney's, and then finally.
Oh, I think you about to say it. Oh,
girl,
Lord.
And then we finally got her to take us somewhere else, and I think there was like a miscommunication because we ended up going. There was Big Boy and Bob Evans right next to each other.
Oh, Jesus.
And I guess she thought that we said we wanted to go to Bob Evans, but no, we were like we wanted to go to Big Boy. So majority of the class, you know, we went to Big Boy and she went to Bob Evans. Girl, we came back to that school. She told me and Mike and I walked in the COE room, the business wing, and she was like, y'all niggas get on my nerves. You know what you... Girl, she went off.
I thought you was about to say, so that time, we went to the one in Gahanna. Was it Shoney's? It was
no, Shoney's was on...
It was Big Boy.
Yeah, Big Boy was in Gahanna. Yeah.
And we was sitting down eating, and Bart told Michael Aaron... Only people who know Minister Society like the back of their hands. Bart told Michael Aaron, hey, yo, Mike, let me get some links with these grits. I'm over to the motherfucking. Why do we act ignorant everywhere we went?
Just everywhere. Oh, my gosh. I am so happy we did not have camera phones. Listen.
Oh, my God. We would be in such trouble.
Ooh.
I snapped as many pictures as I could.
Yeah.
On my little rolly, my little disposable camera. But
yep.
Boy, let me tell you. He told him, hey, yo, Mike, let me get some links with these grits. I'm over to the motherfucker out here. Hey. So, I still remember that to this day, and we still laugh about that to this day.
Yeah, because it was just so random. It was just like, what is wrong with you?
Random. Because Mike was going back up. Like,
yeah.
Hey, he was like, hey, yo, Mike, let me get some links with these grits. Hey. Poor
Oh my
child.
gosh, we
I
are
love my
stupid.
childhood.
Listen, we had a
I wouldn't
blast.
trade it for the world.
No,
I would not trade it for the
the
world.
90s were just everything. I mean, the 80s, yeah, like the 80s. I mean, but we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
young,
Oh, we were
and I
young.
love the 80s. But the 90s, when we were growing up, coming into our own, there was no better time. I
Oh
don't give
no,
a shit what
it was
nobody says.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So now speaking of 90s and going back in
Oh
time,
Lord.
I mean, we 2 days from being on the plantation. This
I
shit going
mean,
fast.
listen, the Supreme Court was on a roll this week. I mean, they were just on a
Baby.
roll to hell. I
They
was
said you
like,
niggas gonna pay these loans and fuck y'all. Ain't no more affirmative action.
and you gay niggas, y'all gonna not gonna be able
Look,
to do. I mean, it was
and
everything.
people can refuse. Okay, so you know, but this is two things. So, like you said, affirmative action. Let's start there. We're gonna do
Yeah.
all three judgments
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
Affirmative action. Um, so I would suggest, and I think I'm gonna go back and share it.
Mhm.
Anybody who has not seen the documentary that Frontline did on Clarence Thomas and his wife Jenny,
Mhm.
watch it, watch it, watch it. It's
Yes.
easy to look at it. I'm sure you can look at it on YouTube. But if you have the PBS app, which the PBS app is free,
Mhm.
download that app, go to Frontline, and because they have all their shows listed. If you go to Frontline, you can watch, and it's new. They just did it this year on
Mhm.
Clarence Thomas and Jenny Thomas because it was supposed to be in the wake of the text messages that she was sending, during the election campaign. So, but they did both of their lives. Like they talked about both of them and how they came together collectively as a couple.
Mhm.
And Clarence Thomas, and this is why I say this, and if you are in an interracial relationship, I understand that you probably cannot stand my guts because I am very vocal about this. Most, I'm not going to say all of you, but 99% of you who are married to or dating white women, there is some deep seated hatred of your
Mm.
own color and kind.
Mm.
And Clarence Thomas is a clear case of it.
I mean, he's the definition.
He's a clear case of it because based on his upbringing, being poor, there's a specific piece in there where they talk about how he didn't necessarily feel like he fit in
Mhm.
with the Yale crowd.
Right.
Because even with the black people who were there at Yale, because remember, like some of these black people who were there, their parents were successful.
Right.
Their parents were lawyers. Their parents were doctors.
Mhm.
So their tuition was being paid. He was there on a scholarship, but he was smart. Now, he was
Yeah.
smart,
Yeah.
but he felt like because he didn't have the money that they had, he was looked at, you know, as less than basically.
Mhm.
And it created this. And now we're talking about smart people at Yale because from what they said, the class before his class, Hillary and Bill Clinton.
Right.
And then the chairman of the Fed, the one with the thick mustache, he ended up being Trump's national security
Oh
advisor.
yeah, I know who you're talking
He was
about.
in the class with Clarence Thomas.
Okay.
So they were friends. So, but he always felt like he was less than everybody else.
Mhm.
So he had this, I'm going to prove a point. And he's delusional because did you see his response after they overturned affirmative action? He said, finally, people will be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. If you are black and you're actually believing
Wow.
that white people are walking around judging you based on the character of person you are, they probably should cut you a social security check
Mhm.
because you are mentally ill.
Yeah. Seriously.
Like, seriously, call 1-800-722-1213 because they need to evaluate you
Yeah.
and get you a check. Because I'm telling you, white people are not thinking about, oh, he's a good person.
They don't. Yeah, they don't give a shit about that.
They don't care about that. And I don't. And personally, I don't think it's a big deal.
Me either. I don't
I
give a
don't think
shit.
it's a big deal because we already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that from the moment we put our foot on this soil.
Right.
And if you know anything about history and you see anything about how the way they treated our ancestors and how they treat us today, they have just taken slavery and flipped it a
Mm-hmm.
hundred times into a hundred different things. It is just a new way to keep you bound.
Yep.
So I mean, I was just kind of like, well, I mean,
Like, what? I mean, what? What can you do? I mean, it's
but
just
the
like,
first thing I said when it happened is I
mm-hmm.
told Ronnie, I said, what's about to happen now is they're going to cut out diversity and inclusion at jobs.
Mm-hmm. I can
And the
see that.
next morning they talked about it on the he was like,
Mm-hmm.
you just said it. I said, because that's a trickle down effect.
Yeah. It's
People
just.
were only having diversity and inclusion programs because of
Mm-hmm.
affirmative action.
Right.
But what that's also about to mess up is diversity and inclusion funds that people are getting from the government. So
Mm-hmm.
all these Fortune 500 companies that were getting these grants and this, allotted money if you implemented diversity programs at your companies, baby, all that's going to dry up.
Oh yeah.
And now they don't have to hire no more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really the only industries that I think is really going to hit hard is banking.
Oh yeah.
You know, banking and some Fortune 500 companies. You know, I think some companies like Home Depot, maybe Lowe's, Walmart don't give a shit about people like this. The Walton family, they don't care about they probably gonna remove all they black people out. They're not gonna feel like they have to have you there anymore.
Exactly.
But Home Depot might still try to have people. Um, but banking industry, I think they're gonna start putting niggas out.
Oh, I can totally see that.
I think they're gonna start putting niggas out. And now all y'all getting ready to see why we kept telling your black ass to go get a money, put your money in a black bank. But see, now y'all getting ready to feel it.
Mm-hmm. All y'all who
This
were
is why we
saying,
keep telling y'all, quit sending your kids to white ass schools.
mm-hmm.
Keep your kids in your neighborhoods. Go to neighborhood schools where your teachers is educating your children. But y'all gonna, fuck us. We've been
Yeah.
telling y'all the shit for years.
Yeah. And what kills me is that it's really going to affect the people who were saying, who were thinking just because, then this is black people who were thinking because they're not lower class, because, they're not LGBTQIA, because, they have good jobs now and everything like that. And we're saying, well, all this stuff that they're doing is not affecting me, like at that moment. But like you said, it's always a trickle down effect. One thing, then the next thing, then they're just going on and on and on down the line. And now y'all are pissed when we were telling y'all it's going to eventually come down to you.
Y'all heard what Roland Martin said. Any of y'all who out here saying anything about, oh, I can't believe this happened. He said, and if y'all didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, y'all can kiss my black ass.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because it's y'all's fault we in this situation.
Exactly.
He said, all of you who was sitting running around talking about Bernie should have got the nomination. And since Bernie didn't get the nomination, I ain't voting for Hillary. Y'all can
Mm-hmm.
kiss my black
Yeah.
ass.
Listen.
He told him he was pissed.
Yeah.
He said, because it's y'all's fault.
Mm-hmm. Like we were
And
telling
that's
y'all from the
Democrats.
beginning.
That's Democrats he talking
Yeah.
to. It's
Yeah.
y'all's fault.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all can't learn nothing else from the Republican Party, learn the fact that they vote for each other.
Exactly. Regardless.
They don't give a fuck.
No.
They vote for each other.
Quit trying to prove a point like, well, I'm not voting, just because the candidate who you want isn't
It's so
there. You
frustrating.
know how many Republicans still to this day cannot stand Trump, but they voted for his ass and
And
they're
look,
supporting him
he
behind
just
closed doors.
got found guilty
I
of
mean,
sexually assaulting a woman in civil court and had to pay her. He just got indicted by the federal government. Do you know it was still people at those events like, I don't know.
oh,
I
there's
don't like how DeSantis is talking bad about Trump.
and listen, and the thing is, he's at the highest that he's been even before he started his first campaign. So he
They
has a good
took Marjorie
chance.
Taylor Greene out the whole damn party behind him. And she was telling the damn truth.
Mhm. For once.
They put her out. She just quit her job. Just said, forget this.
Oh,
I'm telling you, they stick together.
yeah. Yep.
They stick together. So the
Mm-hmm.
next vote was don't pay the student loans back. I mean, I thought we had all come to a consensus that we was gonna die on Sally Mae anyway, so I didn't really.
Basically, like my
I,
friend always says, she just put Sally Mae in her will. Just
listen,
like that's it. That's all you could do.
baby, you better ask for forbearance till the cows come home.
Listen,
Forbearance, deferment, whatever,
whatever.
like whatever. And the third was so. Is this okay? So this one, I heard him say this was a lady who made websites. The
Mm-hmm.
last case that I remember about this was about being able to refuse service, basically, right?
Right.
So the last case I remember was the bakery,
Mm-hmm. I remember that one.
but I thought that one. What happened with that? That was they said they had to give service, right? Or did
No,
they
I
give?
think they won.
They
They weren't.
won.
Yeah, they weren't. They
Okay.
didn't have to. Yeah, they
So
didn't.
this is what I came away from that saying, and it's the same way I've always said about black people who send their kids to white schools.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be nowhere where I'm not wanted.
Thank you.
I don't know why y'all would fight that
It's
to make her service your website or like, oh, she's in violating on our rights. You just don't do business with people who don't want to do business with
thank
you.
you. Yeah, I can't get behind that. It's just like if you don't want to deal with me, I'll just take my business
Thanks for
somewhere
being
else.
upfront. Thanks for not taking my money,
Listen.
pretending like you like me and you really don't.
Mm-hmm. Because you know how because that happens. So would you rather somebody do that? Obviously, if you don't, I mean, it's like if you don't know. I mean, there are so many companies and out here who discriminate against black people, LGBTQ, Hispanic people, whatever,
That's why
but
it's
they'll still
important
take
to
your
do
money.
business with people who look like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important to do business. And when I was like, I'm sure there is some how she say it, legitimate.
Yeah, something like that,
I'm
girl.
sure there is some legitimate web
Mm-hmm.
designer that would love to work with you.
Yeah.
You should be giving that money to your own anyway.
And see, and this is where I tell people there is a huge disconnect between the white LGBTQ community and the black LGBTQ community because the white community are the ones that are always out here suing and trying to, do all this just doing too much
I feel
because
like they do it for show though.
it's for show and it's also
Mhm.
to try to prove a point and it's to be the victim
Mhm.
because I'm going
Oh,
to
baby, yeah, they love to be the victim.
yeah,
I don't care, legitimate, hetero,
because I'm gonna say this.
whatever.
I know someone who I used to work with at my old job, and he's a gay white man, and he said that if he didn't get this job, that he would go to HR and say he didn't get it because he was gay. I was like, did they know you're gay? Because I mean, he doesn't like quote unquote give those
Right. So
stereotypical.
what are you what
Yeah,
basis are you putting this on?
exactly. So I'm just like, and that's why people laugh at me, but that's why I don't do pride. That's why,
Mhm.
like because it's just like it's not for us and it's I just I can go on and on about that, but
Mhm. Yeah.
at the end of the day, just don't do business with those who don't want to do business with you. That's it.
Yeah. That's really how I felt about it. Like, I mean, I feel that way not just the bitch choir, but I feel that way about black people, white people. Like,
Exactly.
don't do business with people who don't like you.
Right. Like you said, I like my racism up front. Let me
Look, I
know.
do too. And maybe
Yeah.
because we just got grew up in that time, and that's why this whole situation is weird. When I see people now, this morning, I don't know what tangent I was on. Oh, we was watching. So Ronnie was up early. It's like 4.
Mhm.
I think I got up at like 4:30, and I had PBS on,
Mhm.
and it was basically talking about a college in an area where they had been covering up slave graveyards and black people's graveyards,
Mhm.
like gravestones and stuff. And so it just went on and on and on. And we were listening, we was like really into it. And this had come over me a couple of days ago. Like, it is so wild to me how black women, and I don't know why I just went off to this, but it's so wild to me how black women are made to feel so terrible about the way they look,
Mm-hmm.
about the size of their hips, about the color of their skin, about their
Texture of their hair.
hair,
Mm-hmm.
just everything that we're made to feel bad about. But those same black women, our ancestors 100, 400 years back, were getting creeped in on, getting
Mm-hmm.
creeped in on in plantations.
Right.
And it's like the very thing that they have, even black women hate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that they have made you hate or told you was not good enough or was not beautiful is the very thing that their forefathers were coming into your mama slave quarters and your great 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 grandmama slave quarters.
Mm-hmm.
So, and but then lifting white women up as a standard of beauty.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I remember in college, I took a class, African American studies or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
And we were talking about that,
Mhm.
and that was like a huge discussion. And basically, and I mean it's really, I mean, we all know what it is. People just don't want to say it out loud.
Mhm.
But white people are the ones that have caused all this divide amongst black people, and it was done on
Right.
purpose.
Right.
For
Yeah.
us going back and forth, on, we're the ones fighting about, and arguing back and forth about skin tone.
Right.
We're the ones that are
Mhm.
still arguing about, you know, if you should go natural or not like that. White folks ain't
Mhm.
saying, they're just sitting back like,
Because they created this insecurity in
mm-hmm.
black women. And let me say this. uh, If you listen, if you want to wear your hair straight, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like
No, I mean,
personally, I
it's your
mean,
hair.
it's your hair. You can do it, and I don't even necessarily think when well, probably so. When you're straightening your hair, you are mimicking, the look of a white woman because
Mm-hmm.
again, that is the standard of beauty that has been impressed into us. It's been pressed
Right.
down into us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not true, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they honestly feel inferior to us. And me and Ronnie was
Yeah.
talking about it this morning. I said, and that is why. And so how we got to that, one of the ladies out here fighting for the justice of, she was like, I think it's very good, that I'm going through this with my daughters. And they put a picture of her with her two daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in my mind, not out loud, I said, oh, them little girls look white.
Mm-hmm.
They look mixed. But I didn't say it out loud because she was light skinned.
Right.
So then she went on to talk and talk and talk. And she was like, my daughters, they're interracial. Ronnie looked like, what? I said, this is how it be though. It be
Mm-hmm.
the people who be out here the most pro black people. I said, what would possess her? Like, you're going through like, what would possess you?
Mm-hmm.
I said, and Lord forgive me, and I'm not trying to, I'm not racist in the least. I would take a man out of prison before I would be with a white man.
Listen, I'm
Fresh out the
sorry.
thing, too.
Yeah.
Fresh out.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
Any person of any, I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it
Mm-mm.
because the terror that you reign in the earth with our ancestors, and the terror you still reign on the earth today.
Mm-hmm. Even if
If
you
you
don't
really
think
look
that you're
at
involved.
heinous crimes,
Mm-hmm.
if you really look at heinous crimes, as much crime as I study, the most like what are done at the hands of white men.
Mm. They don't
It's
want to talk
done at the
about
hands
that
of
though.
white men.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to talk about that.
Mm-mm.
It's really sad.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
it's
really,
scary.
and then the fact that black women feel safe enough to, lay with them. Oh Lord.
Child.
God bless you.
That's it. That's it. That's all you can say. Just whew.
And I remember we were in high school.
Mm.
You remember Stone Phillips on Dateline NBC?
Yeah.
Do so I used to think Stone Phillips was like this the best looking white man. I don't know
Mm.
why. But I really think I used to like his name.
Uh-huh.
And so Kirk used to be like, I'll never forget he said this. He was dead serious too. He was like, "You like him?" I was like, "I mean, I think he's like attractive." He said, "As soon as y'all get in an argument, he gonna call you a nigga."
Right, yes. Listen.
I mean,
Listen.
he said it so matter of fact, like
I can see him saying that too.
he
It's the
said, "As
truth.
soon as y'all get in an argument, he gonna call you a nigga." And I was
Listen.
like, "What?" But you know what? Now we actually see it happening. Like
Yeah.
these white men get with these black women, they get to acting crazy.
Mhm.
Girl, you be all kind of nigga bitches. Like, oh,
Yeah, cuz let's just take this for an example, and this is on another spectrum. Someone like Candace Owens, who I hate talking about her, but this is
mm-hmm,
what we're talking, someone like her who obviously hates black people,
yep,
she hates herself, she hates
mm-hmm,
everything that stands
yep,
black, whatever. But she's obviously married to a white man, has a
uh-huh,
mixed child now.
uh-huh,
What do you think, like someone who, what is in the psyche? Because we know she's fucked up. But
yeah.
what's in the psyche of a white man, who wants to be with a woman like that? A black woman who is self hating because she's not white, regardless of how much she denounces black people and being black and everything
She's
like
an
that.
object to him.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
She's
you.
an object to him.
Yep.
I mean, so let's think about
A fetish.
slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put our minds back to the plantation. She's an object to him.
Mm-hmm.
She's not. He even if, let's think about black men who date white women.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't get the cream of the crop white girls. Y'all don't. That's just a proven fact. Like, let's just look down the line. They be whores, or they be not attracted to the point that a white man don't want to marry her.
Right.
I mean, if we just being
I
honest
mean, let's
now,
be for real. Let's keep it real.
and I use this, and I've said this here before. Kim Kardashian is a prime example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because here Kanye put her on the highest pedestal that he could.
Yeah.
And look what she left you and what she was able to get.
Mm-hmm. And now
And what he do? Run through her, left her.
right. And not only that, the women that he's been with since her are all lookalikes like her. So I mean, that just
He just
hey.
running through you.
Mm-hmm.
He did what any other white guy would do with you.
Right.
Treated you as other white men would treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't see the value in her.
No. No. And she knows that. That's why
Because
she
see, in her head, so because we talking about like you ain't gonna get the same man that I don't care if she do got that fake ass. Let's think about Nikki Hilton and Conrad or whatever her husband name is,
yeah.
because he's something. She not gonna get the same man Nikki Hilton gonna get.
Right.
And in most people's world, she might have a better body than Nikki Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
But Nikki Hilton is a wife.
Right.
She's a white woman that's supposed to be treated a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get the same man that Paris Hilton is gonna get.
No.
Them men they marry come from wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You got a crackhead. That's what you ended up with, a drug addict.
Basically.
But that is the caliber of white woman that she is.
Right.
I mean, and we see it. We make jokes about it in Columbus when we talk about the black boys who date the white girls from the west side or the south
Mm-hmm.
side.
Right.
Like, cause don't nobody them white boys is crackheads over there.
Yeah. So who
Don't
else?
nobody want them.
Right.
Y'all get the little scraps on the floor.
And it's just to say that you're with somebody white. That's it.
I mean, we see it time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
But she's an object to him.
Yeah.
Because he would leave her, get with a white woman, and probably be a completely different person.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
be completely more affectionate. You know, he would probably be a different man. He would treat a white woman completely different.
Mm-hmm.
He probably feels like he don't have to do a lot. He don't have to try hard.
No.
She ain't putting no standards on that man.
Oh heck no. You know she ain't. No.
No, because she probably too scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. Her constant conversation. And I would hope that he may not even listen. I don't feel like that many Caucasian men are in tuned to their emotions.
Oh no.
So he's probably not even thinking about it like that.
Mm-mm.
Because why would you want to be with somebody who hate themselves that much?
Exactly.
If you were emotionally present as a person, why would you date a person that hates their self?
Mm-hmm.
Hates themselves. I don't know why you would do that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's wrong with him? And there are other people like him,
Mhm.
that date
And
stuff.
that's why, because he's detached. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's not necessarily emotionally connected. I would say anybody who does that,
Yeah.
you're not emotionally connected to that person. So
Right.
they're hating themselves and they're like, oh, but you don't give a shit. You're not even,
Mm-mm.
you ain't even present.
Right.
You probably there to get you some sex. You can get a hot meal there.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay out late, she ain't gonna give you no problems. He ain't gonna give you no problems. It ain't gonna be no pushback.
Nope.
So why wouldn't I keep coming? It's why we see people stay in relationships and they just complacent
Yeah.
because they know, like, I don't really like this fool.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to be bothered with her ass, but the fool be hot, he be
Okay.
clean,
You be looking at the other perks that come with
the
it.
house be straight.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna kick in on the bills when I need her to. So why would I leave?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she might get on my nerves, or he might get on my nerves, but look, he do this, so I'm cool. People think like that.
Yeah.
People genuinely be out here thinking like that.
Oh yeah. So speaking of relationships, so you sent me a video and all I could do was just laugh. I was like, child, here we go. But so a woman, was she on a podcast or just a video or something like that?
And I sent you that video.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, there has been, and I should have sent you the other one. Another girl came out and said the same thing.
Okay.
Like, she's not going to leave her man if he cheats. Just got quiet. Why you just get quiet? Why you just get quiet?
I'm so sick of people. What the fuck
And
is
so
wrong
I
with
sent it
y'all?
to a gang of women. I sent it to a lot of women, and I just told them I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote back, and you know, so the consensus is this: the second girl, I need to send you the video because what she kept saying is men do fall victim as far as like a weakness.
Mm.
Like, I'm not necessarily going to leave my man because he fell victim
Mm-hmm.
to whatever the spell is. I guess this woman had him under. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna come up with all these fancy words.
Right.
I don't know what victim he has fallen to, but um, you know, a lot of the women were just like, okay, what would you do? They wanted to know what I thought. And I just told them like this: if it's my boyfriend, I'm breaking up.
Yeah. Plain
If
and
it's a
simple.
boyfriend, I'm not going,
Yeah.
because we're not married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool on you. But now if it's my husband, then it depends on what kind of husband.
Come
Because
on
are you
now.
sorry as hell? Like, are you
Mm-hmm.
sorry as hell? And you don't really pay bills enough, and you don't straighten up, and you cheating. No, we breaking up.
Yeah.
But if you was a husband who and it depends on the relationship. Did you actually like go to the strip club and you found yourself in the champagne room and bada bing, bada boom? And then you like came home and was like, okay, I got something to tell you. Okay, I might. I'm not saying
Or,
I would.
but what if it was like in reference to that first video you sent me where old girl was like, if it's a husband or a boyfriend. I mean, I'm sorry, if it's the best friend, like if it's your friend, like if she's sleeping with, so it's your girlfriend's best friend.
Oh no.
So if he messes with, so basically what I'm
Because
saying
she was
is,
basically saying if your friend and that guy, like if you and the girl ain't best friends no more,
right.
it's cool for you to slide
Yeah.
that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I can't
So
do
if
that.
if he does that, then that's definitely like you
No,
got
I
a
can't do
husband or
that. I
not.
can't.
Yeah, because I
I
mean, come on
can't sleep
now.
with my friends. Like, even if we're not friends anymore,
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
See,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't even necessarily like when my friends are in relationships.
mm-hmm.
Even right now, I can't even say that I have ever looked at their mates and said like, "Oh, he's attractive." I
I
don't
mean,
even look at him like that.
no, because it's just like completely like you're
It
like
feels weird.
you're like my brother now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like I would never look at someone who, is with their significant other
Yeah, because you
as
hear people say like, "Oh, he's ugly," or "He
mm-hmm.
look like this," or and I be kind of like, "Is he?"
Right. Like you think so?
Like, girl,
Like I
I
never
don't even
really paid
know.
attention.
I don't pay attention. And now
Yeah.
I'm starting to really question myself. Like, am I looking at anybody?
Like, do I give like the thing is we just don't give a shit. That's the
I think
thing.
that might be it. I've started to question myself. Like,
Yeah.
I guess
Like
I
if
have seen a guy and been like, "Oh, he's cute." It
mm,
doesn't do anything for me anymore, though.
right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Because
girl.
immediately I feel like, "Oh, you're a headache. Yeah, you're gonna be a problem. I don't like you." That's just my immediate feeling. If I've ever said a man was attractive,
Uh-huh.
the next sentence out my mouth is, "Mm-mm, I'm okay." Like,
Like this ain't gonna
I
work.
don't have it.
Right.
Me and my boyfriend talk about this. I'll be like, "Boy, if we break up, baby, I'm through. I done put in
Mm-hmm.
my work. I done put my time in.
Right.
But I don't have it no more." He be like, "You lied, and you know, no, you will get somebody else. I already know you will. You will
Like,
be with somebody
okay.
else." And I be like, I said, can you imagine the energy it would take to meet a man and say, "How you doing? How's your day? Good morning." Boy, fuck you. I don't care. I don't care
Listen,
about none of that.
none of it.
Honey, I did my stint, honey.
Right.
Mm-mm. No, no, no. I
Ooh-wee.
did my time, honey, on the Green
Mm-mm.
Mile, and I'm through. I'm through.
Yeah.
I'll be friends. We can be
Yeah, we
cool.
can be cool, but other
But
than
don't
that,
text me a lot.
mm-mm.
Don't text me. Don't text me. I'm old now. You gotta call me.
Right. Like if you need something, just yeah.
You gotta call me on the phone, but don't text me. Don't text me.
Child. Ooh.
Cause that texting gonna lose me quick. As soon as you be like, "Oh no, 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 no." Listen, me and my work husband. My
Uh-huh.
work husband is his birthday is tomorrow. He's going
Uh-huh.
to be 64, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
But my work husband, old school. That's what we
Yeah.
call him, old school. Old school, and me and him a text a couple times. Baby, when you send that third message, your phone gonna ring. He'll just be like this. Shit, that was enough.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna keep doing this Texas shit, Keisha. That's exactly what he gonna say. Shit, that's enough. He gonna call. Like, and I'm used to that. Like, I don't
Right.
want you to text me all day.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
No, no, honey. I've done my time. So y'all out here wanting to make new relationships and sleep with your friends, ex or your friends, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Now, would we be devious with me and my friends? If you wasn't our friend, put a bitch on your man. Now we
That's a
might
different
put a bitch on
story.
your man,
Yeah, that's a different
but the
story.
bitch ain't gonna
Cause
be me. It ain't gonna be me. Now we might put a bitch on your man
right, just to
for
see,
the hell of it, just for shits
Yeah,
and giggles.
depend on what you did.
Yeah, we gonna do that.
Oh way.
But I ain't about to be out here because it's some shady hoes in the world now. I'm gonna
Oh
tell you,
yeah.
it's gonna be some women out here sleeping. Listen, it's people out here sleeping with your man.
Listen, and don't give a shit.
Don't care at all.
Mm-mm.
Don't care at all. They sleeping with your man. And
Child.
it's some women out here who hate to see other women happy. This
Oh
is what I've
yeah.
learned in the past 2 weeks. It is some women out here, and when I learned this, somebody told me something, and I looked at my boyfriend. I said, "And you know what? This is why I don't never post your ass, and I never will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I'm that man's friend on social media. I'm not his friend on
Right.
social media. I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this. There are little things throughout the day that's gonna tell us we getting old.
Oh yeah.
And Facebook let me know every day I'm getting old.
Listen, I barely go on Facebook. People be sending me messages and commenting on stuff, and I don't see it. Like today, I think you sent me something, and somebody else sent me something. I got a reminder that you sent me a message like 18 hours ago. I was like, oh shit! I was like, let me look at this. Like, girl, I
Let
just
me
be
tell you something.
and my notifications be off half the time anyway, so I don't see
Oh yeah, all
nothing.
mine is off.
Yeah,
Like my messenger notification is never on.
mine either.
Facebook notification, that's too
Yeah,
much.
because it be just going off all day. And then especially now that they send you notifications on everything, this damn metaverse shit, it's just like they just want you to be,
No.
I'm like, like, I don't need
They
all
be
that.
like, allow us to no, don't ping me.
No.
No.
I think the only one I got notifications on is my, is Instagram.
I don't even have it on. I have it on my email, but I don't. It's not a noise notification. It's
Right.
just a number.
Yeah. Yeah. See, mine will
And my
just,
text messages, it's just a number. I
yeah.
can't hear anything. I
Me
don't want to hear
either. Yeah, I have it just like where it's on silent, but
that.
it'll
Yes.
come up. And so like if I'm not looking at my phone, which majority of the day I'm not because I'm working,
Mm-hmm.
then
Yep.
like I'll see it later on in the afternoon, and the next thing I know I got like about 30 inboxes and I'm like, well damn,
Right.
so I got to go through all those, because I
I
don't.
went on my thing today, and I was like, but I be feeling like I be on the phone.
I know
I
that's the
got on my
thing.
Instagram, and I said, why in God's name would I have 10 messages on Instagram? For what reason?
And I know people be like, she be on here posting, but I don't be like, that's all I do. Like I'll go on there and post something
Post,
and then
get
I'll put the
off.
phone, yeah, and post
Yep.
and get off.
Hmm. Yep. That's what I do.
Child.
Yep. Post, and then you put the phone down. Listen, we old now. We get distracted easy.
Real easy. It
And
don't
I'm
take
telling you,
much.
lets me know I'm getting old. I unfriended somebody just about an hour ago. Um, he said something crazy like, how you supposed to be with a woman, or how you supposed to be in a relationship with a woman or heal the damage or something. I said, unfriend.
Like ain't nobody got time for that shit.
I'm unfriending people for the most random shit. I don't have
Listen,
time,
ain't nobody
y'all.
got time for all that. Stop
I don't
it.
got time.
Child.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
So let's go on and
We
talk about some. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. What
no
you
no
gonna
no no no
say?
no. No, go ahead, because I'm ready for this next one.
Okay, so let's talk about okay.
Jada Pinkett Smith,
Yeah, let's go
because
ahead
that'll
with
be the
that fool.
shortest.
Yeah, so Jada Pinkett, I'm so sick of
Is giving
her.
her kids drugs.
I mean,
And hold on. Introducing her kids to
introducing.
drugs. Because that's the word he used.
I mean, you've already
He
screwed
had
those
said,
kids up. I
what's his
mean,
name?
Jaden.
Jaden said that their mother introduced them to psychedelics.
First of all, why are you okay? Why are you okay? It's bad enough that you're going to introduce your kids, but why are you on them with your old ass? Or did she even say that she's on them?
Well, she had to be if she told them. Because you had to know, like, ooh, they make you feel like.
That's true. Yeah.
You had to be. It's just that I think
She's
when
so
I saw it, I sent it to somebody else, and I said, "This is why they live out there in the middle of nowhere.
right.
This is why,
Mm-hmm.
cause y'all be out there in the desert tripping out.
Yeah. That's it. That's
That's
it.
why,
Oh my gosh.
and y'all don't want people to see what y'all doing.
Child, when I first saw it was just like I saw somebody talking about it, and the only thing they did in their caption was Jada, shut up. That's it. Because it's just like you just
You going too far, my girl.
way too far. That's
And
just
now
too
she got a
much.
whole memoir.
For what? Because Will put one out, so now you got to put one out.
I'm just disappointed, ladies. I'm disappointed in us sometimes because I want to talk about this really quick because she is tied to this.
Mm-hmm.
So the Netflix had a movie that just came out with Gabrielle Union. I think it's called. I don't know what it's called. Fine Time. Did I make that up? I think I'm thinking about SWV. Whatever it is, it's a movie about dating a younger man.
Oh yeah. That's the one T.S. Madison has that little cameo in, and
Oh yeah. She sure was
yeah,
in there.
and I think Taraji's in it too.
She should have been. She was not there.
I think she has like a small part in it, if I'm not sure, but
I didn't see her. No,
oh,
but
okay, she's not. Oh, okay. Oh, so you've already seen it.
yeah, I watched it.
Okay, I haven't
And
watched it yet.
and It's so funny you said Taraji because my mother thought Taraji was in it, and I was like, she's not, but she probably
Mm.
played Gabrielle Union's part.
Oh,
Like
okay.
she couldn't have been in it. It should have been she should have been the part that Gabrielle Union played.
Right.
But it was just weird to see how we praise the thing that we say we hate. Just how earlier before we got on, we were talking about how women fuss about men objectifying women's bodies, but then
Mm-hmm.
women turn around and objectify themselves.
Yeah.
Um, it's weird to see how we down men for doing some of the same stuff that we turn around and do and want
Mm-hmm.
praise for it.
Right.
I don't know what that is called or why we are stuck in that space, but I really wish we would come out of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna spoiler alert this. Do you care if I say about the movie?
No, I don't give a dang. So spoiler
What
alert, y'all.
what I didn't like. So I figured, okay, at the end they were going to be together. I
Mm-hmm.
figured that, but he they never actually said his age. They said he had a master's from USC
Mm-hmm.
in filmmaking. So that would put you at 25
At
because
least,
you're
yeah.
supposed to graduate when you're 22. 2 years of graduate school puts you around 25 years old. She was 40.
Mm-hmm.
And she had just gotten out of a breakup. Push come to shove, she starts sleeping with this young boy. And she gets fucking pregnant. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I feel like that just threw the whole movie into a monkey wrench.
Right.
Cause it was cool, like, okay, you having this fling, y'all gonna be together, but a baby?
Mm-hmm.
And watching the movie, and they were like, she was like rubbing his head and they was talking. I said, what's happening here is why I don't like young niggas. This whole scene and this thing is why I don't like young boys, why I would not date a young boy. Because when she told that young boy she was pregnant, the first thing he did, okay, well, two things happened. There was they got busted in the house because he still lived with his mama,
Mm-hmm.
who was her boss,
Nice.
and they got busted in the house hunching, not
Mm.
fully hunching, but about
Mm.
to.
Mm-hmm.
And while his mother is going off on Gabrielle Union, he's silent. He not saying nothing.
Oh, of course not. You gonna say
I said, okay, this is number one reason why you don't fool with these young niggas. Okay.
nothing.
Number two, you get pregnant. You go to him and tell him he's freaking out. Oh, I just need a minute. Everything he was doing was like young boy, like he a young boy.
Yeah, yeah.
It made perfect sense. I said, reason number two. And then what did he do? Go tell his mama. And his mama came to her house. I was like, you know what? This was a waste of people's time. This whole movie. And then those finger waves at the end of the movie.
Who had finger waves?
Child Gabrielle Union. And when I tell you they was on the internet clowning it, talking about looks like the Tyler Perry wig strikes again. Honey, because it was the fuck terrible.
Was it supposed to be set in the 90s or something?
Honey. So let me tell you this. No, it was set now, but they were playing the music was great.
Oh, yeah.
It did have kind of like an old school, like 90s, 80s vibe. Because I think they
Mm-hmm.
played the Jets.
Ooh.
I heard some other stuff. I want to look and see if it's a soundtrack to the movie because it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie was a waste of my damn time. It was a waste of my time. And then finger waves proved to me that it was a waste of my time.
Well, at least they saved it for the end so you can get the conclusion like, okay,
Child.
this solidified that this was a waste of my time.
So you telling me y'all didn't have a wig back there in the back that y'all could have put? Because when y'all saw the hairstyle, and none of you on the set, not even you, Gabrielle, saw your own head and said, this ain't gonna look right. This ain't gonna work.
Child, Tyler Perry is the man, and he has set the standard for. He has set a low standard for wigs, obviously, and hair pieces.
Baby, and
So,
that was her real hair. That's why I think it looks so bad. They
child,
tried to finger wave her natural hair, and it was terrible.
and it was probably some young chick that was on set doing it instead of some lady who used to do finger waves back in the
Oh my
day.
god. My mother was like, "That's exactly how Tiffany Haddish's finger waves look. They look terrible. You cannot finger wave natural hair." You don't get the hair guru on here talking.
Okay, and we are going to have her on. So yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
going
need
to
to
have.
have her on next week, honey.
Yeah, child.
Honey,
Whew,
it'll be a mess.
okay. So
I'm gonna
last
just
but
let
not
her talk. Last but not least.
child. So Pusha T and Jim Jones. So Jimmy is out here losing his mind, and I don't know what's going on, but now he has decided to come for Pusha T and basically disrespect him. And is he signing his own death certificate? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on
He
here.
is.
Yeah.
He is. And so this is my question. I guess so this list that he's talking about, he
Mm-hmm.
made some comments that he w- he wouldn't be on his top 50 rappers.
Yeah.
So maybe that means Pusha T made the list. Did Jim Jones make the list?
I don't think so.
Chris Brown told y'all, how you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. You can't get in.
Oh shit.
But you listen, y'all go back and watch that Louis Vuitton fashion show. And you heard what he said. Now listen, I think it was perfect timing for Jim Jones to be talking about him a week later. And the song matches perfectly with anybody. He said, "You watch how you say my name, because that there is delicate."
Okay.
Huh. Keep on playing. Now y'all see, and y'all can say what y'all want to say, like, "Oh, Drake won the beef." Drake didn't win the beef when him and Pusha T was arguing,
Hell
because you know
no.
what Drake said. I think we just went too far. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
Yeah, no, you went too far. You
ain't no
couldn't
too
handle.
far.
Yeah, you couldn't handle what you didn't. Yeah, you thought that just because you're Drake, that somebody was going to back down and bow down to you. No, you picked the wrong one.
Jimmy,
So
you make party songs.
that's it.
Nobody has ever listened to a Dipset song. I ain't even never, and I fuck with Cameron. I like
Mm-hmm.
y'all, but ain't nobody never listened to one of you niggas rap and said, "Oh, that line was hard."
Listen, y'all were
Jay
good
Z
for a
already told
gimmick.
you that little money y'all throwing in balling is tax money. Listen, y'all ain't even. And you know what really pissed me off about this more than anything is that I like Chrissy. And
Mm-hmm.
what you just did is open the floodgates on Chrissy.
Yep.
Cause he
Because
gonna eat all y'all.
yeah, because he don't give a shit. So everybody, I mean, Mama Jones gonna get it. Chrissy gonna get it. His
Baby,
children gonna get it. It doesn't matter.
baby,
It doesn't matter.
baby.
So yeah, you just
And what I really hope,
oof.
this what I was thinking.
Hmm.
I really hope Push don't say shit to let you know how fucking irrelevant you are.
That would be everything. It's like as bad as I want him to go in on Jimmy just so he'll know. Yeah,
I
that would
hope a
hurt even
motherfucker
more.
interview him and he Mariah Carey your ass.
I don't know
That's what I
her.
really want.
Yeah.
I really want him to be like, who?
Who? Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her.
Like what he got? You can't say nothing about Pusha T, like you just can't.
No.
Their career speaks for itself. Then he starts saying, like, they said he started saying something like, "Oh yeah, the coke that you supposedly sold." Oh, come on now, Jimmy,
You're doing
come
too
on, come
much.
on.
This isn't how you try to get your relevancy back, homie. This isn't how.
Come on now.
I mean, he hasn't even had
It's a
any.
lot of people in the rap game. Everybody know I love Jay Z.
Mm-hmm.
I love them Virginia niggas. Don't do this.
Don't
Don't
play
do
them like
this.
that, yeah.
Don't play
And
Push
especially that
and Malice
one. He
like
don't,
this.
like we said, he don't give a shit. So, I mean, he's going to
He
destroy
minding his
everyone.
business, raising his son and loving his wife. Guess
That's
what?
it.
Push ain't doing nothing to nobody.
Nothing.
Like, we gotta do this?
And see, and it's a prime example of when you prove that you're weak is that when somebody ain't even coming for you.
I ain't even thinking about
And you, out of all
you.
the rappers that were on this list, you gonna come at him?
You're nothing to think about. And like, so I watched the little Joe Budden thing, and
Mm-hmm.
like they said, did this. So to me, they didn't just come right out and say it, but to me, this shit looked fake because Drake bought y'all out when Drake came to the Apollo. So
Mm.
it really kind of feel like you dick riding.
Oh yeah. And that's probably what it is too, trying to get some relevancy one way or the other.
So when Jada Kiss embarrassed y'all, it wasn't enough, huh?
Well, he was the main one talking shit.
When Jada embarrassed y'all and said, I don't live in Miami, I don't live in Colorado, I be on the block, y'all know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Come and
I'm
see me.
outside. I mean, but Jimmy was the main one. I'm glad you brought that up because after that, after Jada Kiss and the Locks dismantled y'all in that verses, Jimmy was the main one talking shit, talking about he wanted a rematch. I'm like, a rematch, girl. And then he's talking about that he'll take on Jada Kiss himself. I'm like, now, come on now.
Oh my God.
He was the
Jimmy,
main
you
one
can't
talking.
rap. So
No.
now you brought us to the point to explain to you that you have party songs.
Yeah.
You're not a lyricist.
No.
There's a difference. And I'm starting to learn the older we get, a lot of rappers don't even know
No, they
that there's
don't.
a difference between rapping and being a
Yeah, and
lyricist.
that's why when I did my top 50 list for hip hop artists of all time,
Yes.
that's why I said they had to be a lyricist. And
Yes.
that's why there were some people on the list that people were probably like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're a lyricist and they're dope." So,
And I would say this, like, I don't really, say this out loud a lot, but I feel like Lil Wayne is a pretty good lyricist.
he
Like
is.
his metaphors are
Yeah,
amazing.
I'll definitely give it up to
Him,
Wayne. Yeah.
Jay-Z, Biggie was really good at doing it.
Mhm.
Tupac was good at doing it. They those like the word play, how
Mhm.
you use the words. Jimmy, I don't know if your vocabulary is good enough.
No.
I'm telling you, go back and watch that Louis Vuitton show. And when that Pusha T song, because Pusha T and Malice did a song, and Pharrell,
Mhm.
listen, there's 3 songs I think they played in that show. And the second song is Malice and Pusha T.
Mhm.
He told y'all, I will close your heaven for the hell of it. Don't play with me. But see, y'all gonna keep
Techno.
playing, and he gonna have to show
Right.
y'all.
Right. And to see, this is the thing. It's just like, quit letting your ego, which you shouldn't even have one, but quit letting your ego try, get you in trouble. Just stop because I don't know what you're trying to prove. I don't know why you came at this man when you know how he is, but like you said, it probably is dick riding, most likely.
Yeah, y'all up
So,
Drake's ass because Drake did y'all one little favor and
yeah.
brought you on the stage in your own fucking city. Like you're corny.
Like you couldn't
Fucking
even.
cornballs.
I mean, and not only just your own I mean,
It's the
literally your own
fucking
silly.
Apollo.
You're from Harlem. So you
Yeah, like
literally your own
it's
city and
literally
borough.
the block. Like
Yeah.
it's your block. He was supposed to
Child.
do that shit and show you some respect.
Exactly.
Y'all act like he did y'all a favor. Corny bastards. Like that
Just
shit is corny.
it is. And that's why I just can't get with. That's why I just sit back and I just laugh when I see this shit. I'm just like, are you serious?
Jimmy, and you too old. Go marry
Yeah.
a woman and find something else to do. See,
Right.
this is a prime example of why Jay-Z tried to tell y'all to find something else to do. What did I say last week? He said Rockaware, 80 million in 18 months. You can bullshit with rap if you want, motherfucker. You keep doing this if you want to. But
Right.
I'm gonna do something else. And it's clear that some of y'all should have found something else to do.
And look where he's at now.
Making special guest appearance at the Louis Vuitton show in Paris. Rapping
Guest
about 6 songs.
guest appearance. Start right there.
Yes. With custom Louis Vuitton jackets on. Like, y'all.
Find a hobby.
I mean, please. That doesn't include. And so then they were like, oh, well, we just hope they keep it to the block.
I
Y'all,
mean,
y'all corny.
just corny as hell. Just in
I mean, it's
so
just like,
child. I
Jimmy,
can't.
you're terrible for this.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous. And when I first heard about it, I didn't believe it. I was just like, oh, he ain't that gone. I was like, come on now. I was like, he ain't. But then I thought about how he was with the locks and everything and how that went down and just things that he's been doing and saying lately. And I'm just like, Jimmy, this ain't it. This ain't your way back in the game, buddy. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Girl. Well, on that note,
It was wonderful. It was great. He, hopefully, Jim Jones stops using that dope that he's on, allegedly.
listen, allegedly,
Because he
child,
looks, this is so stupid.
it's something.
Oh my God. But you guys have a blessed week. Um, we don't really observe the 4th of July holiday.
That part.
We already had Juneteenth. So I'll probably be making Taco Tuesdays, and I hope you join me.
There it is. It's just a day off work for me. So there
It's a
that
day off,
is. That's
okay?
it. And I'm
And let's
taking
treat it
it.
as such. And
Whew.
so, other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed week. Honestly, you can get us at girl underscore you know what, at DannieBSpeaks, and at Wellness and Women, or at the Pink Box TKB. And other than that, we wish you the best. Bye bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.